do want to ask you before you get out of here about a big fight next month. Beterbiev-Bivol, who you called his early ascension to the title on HBO, and he's fighting the unified champion, who's won. Arthur Beterbiev won every fight by knockout. Who do you favor in that fight, Jim?
Usually, the great technical fighter with defensive skills beats the superpower puncher. On the basis of that paradigm, I've got to favor Bivol. And I also know Bivol very well, and I know how he prepares, and I have tremendous confidence in him and always have. I don't know Beterbiev all that well. I do think he's a monster puncher. But great technicians have beaten monster punchers many times in the past, and until proven otherwise, I favor Bivol in the fight.
Do you feel like, to put your historian hat on, that the winner of this fight really is a great at light heavyweight, with guys like Michael Spinks and Bob Foster and Roy Jones and the like? Do we got to consider the winner of this fight truly a great light heavyweight in boxing history?
Well, you don't make a judgment that somebody is a great light heavyweight in boxing history on the basis of one fight, but this is a very big, meaningful fight. It's interesting that they were contemporaries in the Russian amateur system, and the evidence is that the officials in that system kept them apart because they didn't want to see the damage that might accrue from putting them in against each other at too early a stage. Obviously, they've been eyeing each other for quite a long time. And again, most often history shows us when the Jack Dempsey goes in against the Gene Tunney.
Yes.
In that situation, the Gene Tunney is the master. Bivol is Gene Tunney. Beterbiev is Jack Dempsey. Beterbiev excites the senses in a way that Bivol never can and never will.
Right.
But the objective is not to excite the fans and stir the passion. The objective is to win the fight. I still think Bivol is the pure technician.
This Jack Dempsey does have some good footwork, though. Does Beterbiev, coming from that Eastern European system? He doesn't just plod straight in,
Obviously, the Dempsey-Tunney comparison is a loose comparison based on their personas. I'm not diagnostically breaking down Dempsey's footwork versus Beterbiev's or Tunney's hand skills versus Bivol. That would require a much more in-depth analysis of the fight than, frankly, I'm capable of providing. I'm just telling you, these are the personas. It's natural for the audience to fall in love with the big puncher. There was no way in the world that Gene Tunney was ever going to have the fan base that Jack Dempsey had. But the pure technician usually wins the fight.